talking about Danny Manning and the fact that he got a little bit of aggressive.
Well, look how hard he works for this basket. I mean, he posts up. We talked about him posting up more. Grant Long trying to root him off the block, and Danny with a spin. A little corkscrew shot between two players. Let's see if Miami responds now out of the 22nd timeout. Now back down 6 once again.
Now Bimbo Cole's being defended by Mookie Blaylock. Elo fell down. That's how Smith got the ball inside. Missed the lay in. There's Sally. He had no chance to get a shot away.
You know what?
He was hit hard.
Manning's kicked out of the game. If they call it on Manning, isn't that too flagrant? Isn't he gone?
Kevin Willis being
Who they
pushed
call
away.
that on?
Let's let it settle down and we'll sort it out.
If they call that on Manning, he's out of the game.
No signal yet on what the call has been.
What's a flagrant foul? Who is it against?
Has not been signaled yet. The officials are huddling together.
Well, I want to see
it.
this replay. Let's see the replay, who this is going to be on. Let's watch Danny Manning. That should be on Danny Manning. Danny Manning should be out of the game.
They did call it on Manning.
Isn't he out of the game with 2? It's his second one. That's his second flagrant. He's got to be gone.
Kevin Lockery is arguing that point right now. John Sally shooting the free throws, and they have yet to send Danny Manning off the floor.
Well, unless I've got the rule wrong, two flagrant fouls are out of the game. Now, the first one was on Manning, I know. Now, who did they call that one on?
The signal was that it was on Danny Manning. We have not had any information from the officials on it, and Danny Manning is still on the floor. We are checking at the official scores table. Now Ronnie Cycli comes into the game.
We got to get this straight.
For John Sally.
Now, I thought they were ejected with 2 flagrants. I thought you get 2. I guess I'm wrong.
Well, you're wrong in the sense that Danny Manning is still on the floor. That was my understanding also. We'll get a check in a moment. Now the foul is on Danny Manning again. That will be his 4th personal foul.
I thought the rule was 2 flagrants and you're out of the game, because that's 2 unsportsmanlike plays.
We're talking to the special scores table right now. We'll clarify it in just a moment. Meanwhile, John Koncak is going to come into the game. They'll probably get Manning out of there with his 4 personal fouls would be my thought.
And you got to calm him down. He's lost his cool a little bit here.
Koncak, Willis, Mookie Blaylock, Ferrell, and Elo will be on the floor for Atlanta.
I got to make sure I get my rules straight here, Bob. People are sitting at home, and I got to make sure I know what this is.
Grant Long missing the free throw. Willis the rebound. And the foul is going to be on Ronnie Cycli, and that's his 4th. That's the 9th foul that's been called in the last 3 minutes.
All right, Bob, I got the rules straight now from Rod Thorne, okay? 2 flagrant fouls, you are gone if they're technical. They weren't technical, so I did not know that technicality.
Always a loophole. Elo misses, Ferrell rebounds, and the foul. Ferrell will go to the line. Look at this.
I'm telling you, it's going to get ugly, guys.
Elo is on the floor, and Manning is off the bench. We have it going on right in front of our bench. There is a melee in the middle of the floor. The most significant thing thus far is Danny Manning came off the bench.
Look at Kevin Lockery. Boyle. Oh, man, somebody come in from behind and pop somebody. This is ugly, guys.
Doug Edwards, the Atlanta Hawks rookie, came off the bench. Alvin Gentry has Grant Long right in front of our table here trying to hold him back, and it is still not over here in Atlanta.
Now, once you sort through all this, Bob,
Rod Thorne is here. We'll probably get a chance to ask him about it. Rod Thorne, the supervisor of officials, and it's a good thing he's in this building here tonight. Both benches cleared. They now do have everybody separated.
I'm going to tell you, it all started after Ferrell made the score. He and Grant Long got up in each other's face, and Ferrell said something to him, and then they would push each other.
And Alvin Gentry is right out here in front of our table. The assistant coach for Miami has injured his right hand because he was holding on to Grant Long. Alvin Gentry is having to be helped over to the side. He's the fellow there in the dark-colored suit. Gentry with his right arm being held gingerly. He was out trying to break this up. This looked much more like a hockey game than a basketball game there for a couple of minutes. At this point, I don't know if any players are hurt. And here's how it all started. Ferrell was fouled after this miss by Elo.
Now watch Long takes a hard foul against him right here. He's going to come over and he's going to take a hard foul right there. All right, now watch Ferrell come down and put his finger in his face. And then he tries to choke him, and that's where they start going right there. That's what the league. Remember we were on the conference call the other day. They talked about the taunting.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what happens, and that's why they got to stop it.
See, there's Danny Manning with his T-shirt on off the bench. Lockery wrestling him down.
I don't know how you can sort through this. You see Kevin Lockery trying to hold back Danny Manning. Grant Long. When it goes underneath the basket, somebody came in and popped somebody from behind. Watch somebody from behind right here. I think it's Keith Askins. That's Keith Askins right there. Boom, he hits Doug Edwards in the back of the head. Now Edwards is going to hit him. Look at it. Oh, he squared him off.
I'll tell you, those are two bigger punches than we saw in the Holyfield Moorer fight the other night.
See, that's ugly, guys. I would say this is not basketball. This is not something to get excited about. The league's got to take a long look at this because the game is getting too rough. I'm telling you, Bob, too rough.
Officials trying to sort it out. There'll be a plethora of fines levied here. Probably some suspensions.
Let me tell you something. It also starts with 2 flagrant fouls by Danny Manning in that one sequence. And I still don't know why. I know there was a technicality, but you could just sense it coming, boy. You could just sense everybody starting to get. Remember I said it about the 4-minute mark. I said the stakes are starting to get high. You said, and the collar's tighter.
Well, as we said, the supervisor officials, Rod Thorne's in the building. We'll try to sort this out with him because he is the man who will make the decisions. Ultimately, he won't have any definitive rulings to be made here tonight. But in the meantime, since the bench is both cleared, the officials are going to have to sort this out and decide what they'll do for the remainder of this game. Let me reset things here as the officials, Ed T. Rush, David Jones, and Ron Garrettson, are all talking at the official scorers table. The Hawks are leading 73-66. 2:34 to go in the quarter. It certainly did rile up the crowd. But I agree with you, Doug Collins. We need more skill and less willful violence on the basketball court.
We saw it in San Antonio, Utah today as the game started getting like that. And Bob, no one loves basketball more than me because it's a game of finesse and skill. And when you start pushing and shoving and grabbing and the game starts getting into the 80s and the 70s, and every time down the floor you got guys falling down, then it's going too far.
Askins is out. Grant Long has been ejected. Askins is out. Edwards is out. That's the list we have so far. Remember on our replay, following the hard foul, right in his face was Duane Ferrell. Ferrell's taunt caused Grant Long to grab him around the throat. That's what the officials saw, and Grant Long has been ejected from the game along with Doug Edwards and Keith Askins.
See, Askins came in and hit Edwards from behind, then Edwards turned around and punched him.
Well, the damage there definitely done to the Miami Heat. Long has been ejected. He had 10 points. He's a force inside defensively and rebounding-wise. And Ferrell now gets to shoot his free throw finally. I wonder if he can make this after all of that melee. Yes. It's an 8-point Atlanta lead. And timeout on the floor.
Remember now, suspension
by Miami.
Suspension for the next game.